Right, listen up. I've got 3 massive Celtic stories for you today, and trust me, you're going to want to hear every single one. We're talking about Calmac getting praise from a hoops legend, a Sevco pundit telling a top talent to ditch Sunderland and come to paradise, and the last one, the last one's the real shocker. It could change everything for Brendan Rodgers' plans this season. So stay with me right till the end, smash that subscribe button, and let's get stuck right in. Let me tell you this one, because it's the kind of story that makes you proud to be wearing the green yourself. I was listening to Stiliyan Petrov, Stiliyan himself, talking about a wee chat he had with our captain Calmac. Now, you know the boots he had to fill after Bruni left? That's like stepping in after the Pogues finish a gig and still getting the place jumping. Most would crumble. Calmac? He's made it look easy. Petrov said he asked him about his own game, his own targets, and Calmac just came out with it. First is the team, and I am after. That's not just a captain's answer, that's pure Celtic blood talking. That's leadership you canny buy, no matter how much Sevco splash on panic signings from halfway across the world. The man's been a rock through trebles, cup finals, those grim nights when the rain's coming sideways across Glasgow and the pressure's tighter than the turnstiles before a derby. 520 games, 74 goals, 80 assists, and 24 trophies, and he's still not done. He's just a year behind James Forrest in medals, and you and I both know by the time he hangs up the boots, he'll be the most decorated boy in the history of paradise. Petrov called him a big game player, Haim, and he's right. When the stage is massive, when the stakes are sky high, that's when Calmac comes alive. That's when you see what Celtic means to him. Now, here's my question to you, and I know this will split opinion. Is Calmac already a bigger captain for Celtic than Bruni ever was? Hit like, smash that subscribe, and let's make sure this video lands in front of every Celtic daft mate you've got. Right, this one's got a bit of spice to it. Clement Bischoff, 19 years old, quick as a Highland wind, and with a left wing that could terrorize any fullback, is sitting in Denmark with a big decision to make. Sunderland fancy him, we fancy him, and the price tag's sitting at 6.3 million quid. Now here's the twist, even a former Rangers lad, Richard Foster, is saying, go to Celtic. Imagine that, a blue nose telling a player to head to paradise instead of Wearside. You know things are bad down in Govan when even their old boys are sending folk our way. Foster basically ripped into Sunderland, couldn't even remember what league they're in. Championship, Premier League, cannon fodder, he called them. And he's right. Why would you pick a mid-table slog over the chance to walk out at paradise on a Champions League night, the lights dancing off the green and white with Calmac leading you out? Twice the money? Maybe, but you can't buy nights like that. The boys' stats are tidy, 10 assists last season, already involved in 3 goals this campaign, and with Nicholas Kuhn away to Como and Jota still crocked, you and I both know we need someone who can step straight in and whip a cross onto Kyogo's head. Here's my question for you. If Bischoff picks Sunderland over Celtic, would that prove he's got the mentality to wear the hoops in the first place? Hit like, smash that subscribe, and let's make sure this video lands in front of every Celtic daft mate you've got. Daizen Maeda. Now, there's a name that's been floating about like a ball in a stormy Glasgow wind this summer. 2 years left on his deal, 33 goals and 12 assists last season, and yet here we are. Whispers, hints, and a wee bit of stirring from Keith Jackson about him maybe having one foot out the door. Rodgers was meant to get those contract talks sorted after last season, but here we are. The new campaign's kicked off, and still nothing. A quiet start from Maeda so far, maybe down to getting used to Kieran Tierney steaming up the flank behind him. But make no mistake, this lad's pace and pressing are like gold dust to the way we play. Now Brentford keep lurking, and if they lose Jon Wissa, they might just come knocking with a check big enough to make our board start twitching. And that's the fear, isn't it? We know the Celtic business model loves a tidy profit, but can you honestly picture letting Maeda go at this stage? With the Champions League playoff looming, that's like walking into a cheerlead without your dancing shoes. Madness. So here's what I'm wondering. If Maeda actually pushed for a move right now, would you want Celtic to cash in, or would you tell him to buckle up, remember who he plays for, and run himself into the ground for the green and white? Hit like, smash that subscribe, and let's make sure this video lands in front of every Celtic daft mate you've got.